Well, hey everybody, happy Monday. Today I got something for you that deviates only slightly away from my typical formula of either spicy salty snacks or hot sauces. I've got another spicy mustard. All right. I've got Beaver's jalapeno mustard to try. This one is supposed to be extra hot, and it's also supposed to be a winner. Um, a few days ago, I posted a bacon wrapped hot dog and mustard competition. And I tried four different mustards with a bacon wrapped hot dog that had been cut into quarters. The winner of that competition was Beaver's Ghost Pepper Mustard. All right. This is not only is it the spiciest mustard you will ever try, but it is the most pepper forward mustard you'll ever try. There are a million spicy mustards out there. None of them have the high percentage of pepper mash in them that this does, or as high of a percentage of pepper mash, I meant to say. So I was really curious. I First of all, this is a spicy mustard for pepper heads, for chili heads, for hot sauce lovers. Okay, it's arguable that this is just as much a hot sauce as it is a mustard. So I really wanted to see their other spicy mustards. I know there are more than just the jalapeno. I think there's a habanero one too. I'm not absolutely sure about that, but I'm really curious to see how good and how peppery the jalapeno mustard is, and of course how spicy it is. All right, they say it's extra hot. I think they say the same thing about that one. Now that led me to believe when I read that, I'm like, Beaver isn't kidding around. When they say that their product is hot, it is hot. Jalapenos alone could not make a mustard, extra hot, could they? So I picked it up. I'm going to read what's in this. I'm going to try it by itself. I'm going to try it over one of these crappy frozen BK ripoff spicy chicken fingers. And I'm going to evaluate heat. I'm going to evaluate flavor. I'm going to evaluate pepperiness. And I'm also going to pause for a minute. Sorry about that. So, another thing that I want, before I read the ingredients, look at the color and texture here. You can see the little bits of pepper in that mustard. This is definitely a pepper lover's mustard. I think you can see it in this one, but not quite. Yeah, maybe it's just because this is a brighter yellow color, but there are pepper pieces in these spicy mustards by Beaver. What this has in it is peppers, and then this is the pepper blend in this mustard. Red jalapeno, cayenne, green jalapeno, ancho peppers, red chili. Okay, so yeah, that's another thing that I was wondering. Well, no, it's got no. The first pepper in there is red jalapeno, but it's the redness is enhanced even further by the presence of cayenne peppers there. All right, so I can see that. So you've got red jalapenos, which are hotter than green jalapenos, and then cayenne peppers, which can be fairly hot. I don't think anchos are particularly hot, but anyways, that's five different peppers that are in this. Again, very pepper forward mustard. It's also got water, mustard seed, white distilled vinegar, sugar, salt, garlic, spices, onions, natural flavors, citric acid, cilantro, chives, soybean oil, turmeric, calcium, disodium EDTA, xanthan annatto. I'm assuming the annatto is just for color. All right. Wow, there's a lot of good stuff in there. I wish I knew which spices were in that. There's always such a great, rich flavor in these Beaver mustards. I want to know what those undisclosed spices are. At least we know that there's salt, garlic, chive, and cilantro in this. Mmm. And five different peppers? Yeah. Again, just like with the ghost pepper mustard. You can smell pepper in the aroma just as much as you can mustard seed. Okay? That is a really, really thick mustard. Almost pasty. Here we go. Mmm. Interesting. One of the spices that I tasted in there with that first bite, I definitely taste cumin. It's interesting. So yeah, I'm getting the pepper flavor. I think I got a nice like chunk of red jalapeno in that first bite. Because that's what I'm tasting. There was real heat to it and good, strong red jalapeno pepper flavor. That was just like the perfect bite. But it's funny that right after I noticed the nice, like, sharp mustard seed flavor and the nice semi spicy, very kind of ripe and fruity red jalapeno flavor, Now I was noticing how the cumin and the cilantro interact in that. I'm not sure if I tasted the chive. Definitely the cumin and cilantro. What interesting and fantastic additions to this mustard. Wow. There's some kind of nice, like, maybe smoked sea salt or something in there too. God, that has a good flavor. It's such a rich mustard. It's such a rich mustard. Nothing is dominant in that sauce too. It's like a perfect balance of flavors in that. The way that the spices and herbs are used in that is just fantastic. Um, um, I love the boldness of the peppers. I love the chunkiness of the peppers. That's such a great idea. I think a lot of sweet and spicy mustards and other spicy mustards, they just like puree the shit out of the pepper. They're like, oh, people don't want chunks of pepper in their mustard. I do. Okay, I do. I love it. Now let's see how it does over chicken finger. It's really good. This is such a great company. I want to try every single mustard that they've made. All of them. Yeah, I mean, I think if there were an element of sweetness to this, which there really isn't, yeah, there's sugar in it, but not a whole lot. It would go better as a dip with like chicken fingers, chicken nuggets, chicken tenders, stuff like that. This is really like a deli mustard. All right, it should be on. It should be in wraps. It should be on sandwiches and paninis, melts, stuff like that. And it's great for that. Great for that. This is going to be a great all-purpose sandwich sauce. All right. Now, for that kind of like bland, like shredded or thin sliced rotisserie chicken or something like that. This might be a little bit bold for that. Go for like smoked ham, smoked meats, smoked chicken, smoked turkey, black forest ham, that kind of thing. I think like a ham sandwich with sort of thick cut hickory smoked ham would be great. I don't know if they smoke. Do they smoke? Is smoked ham hickory smoked? Am I thinking of something else? No, usually that's the turkey, isn't it? I don't know what type of wood did they smoke ham over. Hickory smoked ham, is that a thing? Now you got me thinking. Hmm. You've got me thinking. I'm sitting here talking to myself, and I'm saying to the people watching this that you were the one who caused me to wonder whether or not smoked deli ham is hickory smoked. Anyways, yeah, thick sliced smoked ham, on like a sort of like a crispy, a toasted like ham and cheese melt. God, that would be good. I can think of all manner of deli sandwich that would be fantastic with this. Let's just try it one more time with the chicken finger. Even though I think a sweeter mustard would go better, it's an excuse to take one more bite of this fantastic tasting mustard. And even if it's not the perfect complement to chicken fingers or BK chicken fries, it's still really good. It tastes good in just about any context, I would think. Great mustard. Well, this is still slightly superior one just because, I don't know, the flavors of ghost pepper and the heat of the ghost pepper ever so slightly are preferable to me than the pepper heat and pepper flavors in this. But as a jalapeno mustard, this is exemplary. Right? This is an easy 8. Any jalapeno product getting an 8 from me means that it's a fantastic top tier jalapeno product. Get it instantly. All right. And I will be making another installment in my bacon wrapped hot dog for mustard competition. I'm actually going to be making 4 of them, if you can believe it. I actually have just that many mustards in my collection. So I'm going to be making a second installment soon. Going to do it the same way I did the last one. I'm going to make a bacon wrapped hot dog. I'm going to cut it into quarters. I'm going to pick out 4 mustards, try them with the quarters, and then evaluate and rank. And this will be in that video.